resume. Okay. As I said, the measures, if you're given a triangle, the interior angles, interiors, the inside, just like the interior of your car, the interior angles of a triangle, and the interiors are this angle, this angle, this angle, are, if you add them all together, they add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, if you have okay. Sorry, I'm still playing here with this thing. Yeah, never mind. So if you have that this angle is 70 degrees and this angle is, come on, boy, think 60 degrees, how much is this angle? Now, what we would do here is real simple. We add up all the, excuse me, we add up all the angles, 70 plus 60 plus x, and what will they add up to? 180 degrees. Okay, now we combine like terms, 70 and 60. Okay, is what, 130 plus x equals 180. Now we have a real simple algebra problem. It's we want x over here by itself, so what are we going to get rid of, or what are we going to move? The 130. And how do we do that? Subtract 130. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Or what's left over here? X equals 50 degrees. Now the acid test here is how you can double check to make sure you're right. Is you plug, if x is 50, then this angle right here is 50 degrees. Now add them all up. 50 and 70 is 120. 120 and 60 is 180, so we are correct. Uh-huh. Okay. Let me do another one of those. If we have, again, pretend that this is a triangle. My drawing skills are even worse than my handwriting. If we have x plus 60 degrees, and this one's 40 degrees, this one's 40 degrees. Anybody remember what kind of a triangle this is when you have two angles that are the same? That means that this side and this side are equal. It's called an isosceles triangle. Not super whiz-bang important, but you're going to see that from time to time. Now remember, the interior angles, this angle, and this angle, all add up to 120. So we have 40 plus x plus 60, all add up to 180. Now we combine like terms, 40, 40, 60, 80 and 60, or the easier thing to do is 40 and 60 is 100. 140 is 140 plus x, don't forget that, equals 180. Everybody with me? Everybody okay? Am I going too fast? Please tell me if I'm going too fast. Hate to be a hater, but I'm hating on instructors that go too fast. Take you a drink of your Diet Coke. Oh, that's good. Okay, we want x over here by its own self. That's what we say in North Katy. subtract 140. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other. So we get x is 40 degrees. Now, is this our answer? No. We want to know what this angle is. So this one is 40, that's what x is, plus 60. So this angle here is 100 degrees. That's our answer. Now, add them all up and see if they come up to 180. 40 and 40 is 80. 80 and 100 is 180. So we are probably correct. Now, on D2L, I'm sorry, but I'm too stupid to be able to figure out how to draw triangles and such. So I'm going to have to tell you that you're given a triangle and the measure of the angles are, and then I'll set out what it is. When I do these problems, I have to draw pictures. I have to draw pictures because I'm stupid. But you may be able to see that in your head, but I can't. Okay. Now, the area of a rectangle, rectangle. The area of a rectangle equals the length, ENGTH, times the width. Everybody remember this from 6th grade? Now, what is a rectangle? Pretend this is a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. This one and this one. Okay, these two are the same, and these two are the same, and they all have 90-degree angles. That's not super important, but anyway. Okay, the important thing is the area of a rectangle is the length times the width. You're probably going to see one of these problems on the final exam, but these are real simple. So area equals length times width. If you're given a rectangle and the area is 90 square feet and the length is 10 feet, does it make any difference which one's the length and which one's the width? No. How much is the width? We want to know what the width is. Okay, so we know that the area is the length times the width. So plug in the numbers that you know. And let me make sure we're recording here. Recording is in progress. Okay. All right. Okay. Area is the length times the width. So what do? Plug in the numbers that you know and solve for what you don't know. Do we know what the area is? Yes. The area is 90 square feet. Do we know what the length is? Yes. The length is 10 feet. Do we know what the width is? No. Remember, it's this times this. Now, how do we undo multiplication? Excuse me. No, not that. Division. Do the opposite of whatever it says. So we're going to divide everything by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So our width is 90 divided by 10 is 9 feet. Now, double check to make sure you're right. Length times width. The length is 10 times the width is 9. That's 90 square feet. That is correct. Everybody okay with that? They're real simple. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. It's cold in here. Mm-hmm. Is everybody able to get on to YouTube and get the video off of there? Somebody?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Now a straight line. Pretend that's a straight line. Has two angles. Now this is a straight line is also called a straight, S-T-R-A-I-G-H, a straight angle, N-G-L-E. Okay, straight line, straight angle. They all equal 180 degrees. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. So if this angle here is 4x degrees, and this angle over here is 3x minus 30 degrees. I have to put it in parentheses because remember, parentheses makes this one number. So it's this whole number degrees. Is this super whiz bang important? No, not really. But we're going to do it that way because you're going to find somebody later on down the line in college algebra somewhere where they will be particular about this. Take a drink of your Diet Coke. Oh, that's good. Okay, so what do we know? That this angle right here plus this angle right here will add up to what? 3x minus 30 plus 4x. Okay, this angle plus this angle will add up to 180 degrees. Does this make sense to everybody? Everybody okay with this? Don't everybody answer at once. Okay. Now what do? Combine like terms. Okay. 3x and 4x is, what is it, 7? 7x minus 30 equals 180. Okay? This is fun stuff, isn't it? Why is this not showing up, everybody? I give up. Okay. Now remember, we're gonna get rid of, we're gonna do PEMDAS in reverse. First we get rid of addition, subtraction, then multiplication, division, then the exponents, then parentheses. So how do we want to get rid of the addition, subtraction first? So we're going to add 30 to each side. What do we get? 7x, because this is gone, equals, what was it, 50? What bonehead made this up? Oh, stupid boy. Is this right? Minus 30. Ah. And we divide by 7. So x equals...
You were supposed to add them.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that. No, I didn't know that, obviously. Stupid boy. Thank you very much. I'll do better. No, I'm not going to do any better. 3x minus 30 plus 4x equals 180. Who said that?
Me.
Ms. Garcia, did you say that?
Yes.
Did you correct Johnny? Okay, that's going to cost you. No, thank you very much. I'm sorry. I'll do better. Okay, first of all, we combine like terms. I'm sorry, everybody, I'll do better. No, I'm not going to do any better. Minus 30 equals 180, right? Give me 6 or 8 chances, I'll get this right. Add 30, add 30. You know, after today, we only have 9 more class periods. Can you believe that? So what's left over here? 7x equals. Now we add these two, not subtract. Hammerhead. What is that, 210? Right? Right. Now we have 7 times x. How do we undo multiplication? Division. Divide by 7, so x is 30. Is this our answer? No. Remember, we want the measure of each angle. So we have 3x minus 30 plus 4x. And all that, we're going to say, does that equal 180? Okay, wherever there's an x, we're going to plug in 30. Now we do PEMDAS the right way, the correct way. We're going to do multiplication first. 3 times 30 is 90. Minus 30 is 60 degrees. Oops, sorry. 60 degrees, right? Right. And this one's 4x. So 4 times 30 is, what is that, 120 degrees. Does that equal 180? 60 and 120 are 180 degrees. Does equal 180 degrees. So we are correct. Okay, so this one's 120. Right? Right. Look at that problem. Y'all proud of yourselves? You should be. Very good job. Is everybody okay with this? You're going to see this. You're going to see this on the final exam. The numbers will be a little bit funkier, but the problem's really very simple. Okay. Now, you're going to see 1 or 2 of these on the final exam. Not super whiz-bang important, but you are going to see these from time to time. If you have less than, or greater than, we're going to use parentheses. Now I'll show you when in just a minute. If you have less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we're going to use brackets. Or as they say in New Jersey, brackets. Okay, so if we have that x is greater than 1, you're going to be asked to show this on a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. Now here's 1. It's greater than 1. If I say that I have more than $1, how much could I have? What's the least amount of money that I could have? If I say I have more than, that's what this means. X, my money is more than $1. So how much could I have? What's the least amount of money I could have? $1.01. Does not equal 1. Okay, so what we do is greater than, we use a parenthesis because it does not equal 1. It's more than 1. And that goes on forever. Oh, yeah, no. Miss Joseph, what's the most amount of money I could have, or where does this end? Anybody know?
It keeps going,
I'm sorry.
keeps going.
It ends at infinity, positive infinity, because it's greater than 1. Could I have $100? Yeah. Could I have $500? Yeah. All the numbers that are greater than 1. Now we show this on interval notation. I know I'm showing you a whole lot of stuff all at once here, and I'm sorry, but we'll go over it and over it until it makes more sense, I hope. Now, interval notation, I-N-T-E-R-V-A, interval notation. This stuff here will make your head hurt, won't it? Interval notation. What's on the low end? What's on the least? What we're going to do here is we're going to show the number line on what's called interval notation. So what's the least this could be? 1, right? And we use a parenthesis because it does not equal 1. Now, where does it end? Where's the most it can be? Infinity. Does infinity end? No. Now, we also call this positive infinity, right? Because it's greater than 1. If this doesn't make any sense, hang on a minute. It will. Take a drink of your Diet Coke. Okay. Now, what if we have this? If A is greater than or equal to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Okay, greater than or equal to 4. Excuse me. Okay, here's 4. Now it's greater than or equal to. Remember, when we have greater than or, I'm sorry, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we use brackets because that means it includes the number on the number line. Greater than or equal to is that. It's opening this way because it's greater than. This side's greater than, this side is less than. And it goes all the way there. Now, what's on the low side? Who's up next? Mr. Sida? We're going to write this in interval notation. What's on the low side?
All right, what's on the low side?
Can't be 0 because it's greater than or equal to 4. Can't be any of these numbers. But what's the least it can be?
Negative infinity?
4, right? Is the least it can be, right?
Yeah.
Everybody okay with that? So 4, and we use a bracket because it includes the number 4. And what's on the high side?
5.
It doesn't stop here. It's all the numbers that are greater than 4. Where does it stop?
Infinity?
Infinity, right?
Or it doesn't really stop?
Yeah, good. Infinity. And does it ever end? No. So we use a parenthesis. Goes on forever. Okay, this will get better, I promise. Okay, and what about this? Get this up here so smart. Who's next? Miss Click, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, get this one if you're so smart. Miss Click is less than or equal to 3. Okay, all the numbers that are less than or equal to 3. So our number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can my handwriting get any worse? Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. Okay. So what's on the high side, or where is 3? Right here. Now we're talking about C is less than. Which numbers are less than? These over here. These are less than. These are greater than. So what do we put here? A parenthesis or a bracket? Miss Click?
My bad. Is it a bracket?
Excellent. Opening which way?
Going left.
Too good. You're not supposed to catch on to this fast. Okay? Less than is this way. So all of the numbers that go that way. Now, our interval notation, what's on the low side? What's the least this number can be? Get that if you're so smart.
Is it 3?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Is it 3?
No, less than goes this way. How far does it end down this way?
Oh, I don't know. Infinite.
Exactly right. Negative infinity, right? There's -5. Is that in our group? Yes. How about -10? Yes. How about -1000? Yes. So and the way we write that is negative infinity, right? With a parenthesis. And what's on the high side? What's the most it can be? Get that one if you're so smart.
3.
Excellent. And what symbol do we put here?
A bracket?
Too good. Excellent. Okay, because it's C is less than or equal to 3. So what's the least this number can be? It goes on forever, but to the left side, to the negative side. And that does not end, so too good. Very, very good. Now, we solve these inequalities, LVE. We solve inequalities, QUAL, just like same as equations. And there's always one exception, it seems like, doesn't it? Except if you multiply or divide by a negative number, negative, a negative number, the sign flips. Now the sign is like this: less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or greater than. The sign flips. Or changes. Do y'all know what the delta means? Delta means change. We don't use that a whole lot in math, but you will in science. The delta means change. It flips or changes. So if we have this, now if we have that Whose turn is it? Daniela. Daniela. Who is Daniela? Miss Torres, are you there? Miss Torres, don't hide. I see you. Miss Torres Davila? Is it Davila or Davila? I think she's off smoking somewhere. How about Mr. Trejo? I know you're there.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Uh, I mean,
This ain't no baby's game, Trejo.
just hit me.
This is a real deal, Neil.
All right.
Is that stupid or what? Okay, if we have Trejo más dos, I don't know what any of this means, but it sounded Spanish though, doesn't it? Igual cuantos? No, not igual. Greater than. Stupid boy. 5. Now remember, we solve these just like equations, with one exception. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, the sign flips. So what are we going to do here?
Can you like scoot the paper a bit more?
Oh,
No, to the right.
That it?
Yeah. So I'm guessing -2
Excellent. We're
on
gonna
both sides.
good on both sides. ¿Cuántos tenemos en este lado?
You just have a t.
Too good. T is greater than, right?
Yes.
5 minus 2, carry the 7, 30 days to September 3.
Yes.
Okay, so this is our answer. The on the number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good Lord. -5. Okay, 3 is right here, right?
Yes.
Now, what are we going to put here? A parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
No, remember, bracket means parentheses are greater than or less than.
Oh, okay.
And brackets are less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Right? Right. So what are we going to put here?
Parenthesis.
Good. Very good. Opening which way? Where's greater than? Where more the larger numbers?
To the left.
Greater than. Is 0 greater than 3?
Oh, no. So it's gonna be the right.
Good. So we're going to use a parenthesis opening to the right. This way is less than. If you're not sure, your brain goes numb. You're going to lose focus from time to time, especially on tests. So just stop and think. 3 is 0 greater than 3? No. Is 5 greater than 3? Yes. So we know it's going to open this way. Now, interval notation, what's on the low end? What's the least this can be?
Infinity.
The least.
Oh, the least is gonna be 3.
Good. 3 and parenthesis or a bracket?
It's gonna be a parenthesis.
Right. This number line or the interval notation kind of mimics this. It's kind of the same. And what's on the high side?
Infinity.
Too good. Infinity with a parenthesis. Okay. It's starting to make more sense.
Yeah.
I hope so. Good. Okay. Who's up next? Mr. Trejo. Evelyn. Miss Reynoso? Miss Reynoso, wake up. Did she go back to bed? She says, the hell with all this stupid math stuff. I'm going to, first I'm going to smoke a cigarette, and then I'm going to go back to bed. Mm-hmm. Well, Miss Reynoso is not going to play. Coach Tron,
Yes, sir.
are you ready?
Yes.
This ain't no baby's game here.
Okay.
Miss Tron is greater than, no, stupid boy. Miss Tron is less than or equal to, can you be more stupid? Lord. Miss Tron minus 6 is less than or equal to 1. Now, what are we going to do here? First of all, we need to solve for t.
So we will add more 6 for each side.
Add 6 to each side. Is that what you're saying? Exactly right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Facom.
So t.
Add 6. Slow down. I'm not that fast.
Okay.
Okay. What's left on the left? How much on the left?
So t
Good.
less than 7.
Or equal to 7.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now our number line looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. We don't need any of those numbers. Okay, 7 is what here?
Yes.
Okay, now which way are we going to go with this? First of all, what are we going to use here? Parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
Good. Opening which way?
The left side.
Too good. Very good. A bracket opening to the left. If you're not sure, again, plug in 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 7? Yes. So we know that it's all of these numbers. So what is on, when we do interval notation?
Infinity.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What?
So it will be infinity to 7.
Huh? No. You're kind of right. It's negative infinity because positive infinity is over here.
Yes.
Okay, everybody got that? The low side is negative infinity,
Infinity
and the high
to
side,
7.
good. And
Reckless.
we use a bracket because it includes the number 7. Okay,
Yes.
it includes this.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, who's next? Mr. Razzo.
Yes, sir.
¿Está listo?
Indeed.
I don't know what that means. Okay, Razzo. Dos Razos más 4 is greater than or equal to 14. Now, what the heck are we going to do here? We have multiplication and we have addition. What are we going to do first?
Subtract 4.
Look how old my hand looks. Oh, that's hideous. Yes, very good, Mr. Razzo. We're going to subtract 4 from each side. ¿Cuántos tenemos en este lado?
7.
I don't know what that means. It sounded Spanish, though, didn't it? 2R, right?
Yep.
Is greater than or equal to, what is it? 14 minus 4, carry the 7, 30 days, that's September. 10?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that. Now what?
We divide.
By?
Oh,
Divide by 2, right? Because this means 2 times r. How do we undo multiplication? Division.
that's a 2? Oh, I thought that was a 7. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my handwriting's is not going to get any better. I'm sorry. This is it.
It's okay.
Okay. 2. I'll do better. No, I'm not going to do any better. Okay, so what's left on the left?
So we have R
Good. Greater than or equal to?
equal to 5.
Good. Okay. There's part of our answer. Now the number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Okay, here is 5, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that Razo is greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to use a parenthesis or a bracket here.
A bracket.
Good. Opening which way?
Opening, it looks like to the right.
Good. Okay, because these numbers are greater than, these numbers are less than. If you're, and again, if you're not sure, take a number that's over here like, well, 0. Is 0 greater than 5? No. So we know it's not over here. It's all those numbers. So our interval notation, what's on the low side? What's the least this number can be?
5.
Good. Parenthesis or a bracket?
A bracket, right?
Good. Remember, this interval notation misery, it mimics, or it's the same, basically the same thing as what's on the number line. And what's on the high side?
Infinity.
Good. With a parenthesis, right?
Mhm.
Very, very good. Very good. I'll take a drink of your Diet Coke. Did everybody hear me? Was everybody here online when I told you we're going to have a test next Thursday? So test number 1. We're only, please don't tell on me, but we're only going to have 2 tests instead of 3. I know the syllabus says 3, but that's just for the big bosses to see. And they're going to think, oh, Johnny, he's such a good boy, giving 3 tests. Well, we're only going to have 2, unless somebody tells on me. Who is it that's going to tell on me? Oh yeah, Miss Garcia. Miss Garcia, you going to tell on me?
No, I won't.
Uh-huh. What's that guy's name? The big boss? I've forgotten. That boy's only going to give us 2 tests, and he lets us go early. I can hear it now. Oh, that's a good Diet Coke. Who's up next? Mr. Weekly, are you there? Mr. Weekly? Hello? No. Mr. Garcia? Are you Abigail?
Yes.
Are you Abigail's husband?
No.
No. Sister?
Cousin?
Cousin? Is it really?
Yeah.
Cool. I've got a cousin. You can have him if you want him. He's really not good for much, but. How about any of you women want my son? He's gorgeous. He looks just like me. Nobody wants him? I'll give you $10,000 to take him. No? Okay. All right, Mr. Garcia. If we have 3 Garcias minus 6 is less than or equal to. Ah, get this if you're so smart. What are we going to do first, Mr. Garcia?
+6.
Do what to it?
Add 6 to 0.
Excellent. Add 6. Add 6. What's left on the left?
3G.
Too good. I don't get so smart. Less than or equal to?
6.
Good. Then what?
Divide by 3.
Too good. Divide by 3. G is less than or equal to what? Was it 2? 2?
Yeah. 2.
Okay. Our number line looks like this. Pretend that's a straight line. 1, 2,
Alright.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. Okay, 2 is here. What are we going to put here? A parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
Good, because it's less than or equal to. Opening which way? Just stop and think. Take 0, for instance. Is 0 less than 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to open that way.
Alright.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and what's on the low side here? What's the least this number can be?
It's infinity.
Excellent. Negative infinity, right?
Yeah, negative infinity.
Good. And with a parenthesis. What's on the high side?
2.
Good.
And
Let's
then
give it
bracket.
2. Good. Excellent job. Okay. Who's next? Mr. Lambie? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is about as difficult as these problems get. They get longer, but they really don't get any more difficult. We have negative, 4L, 4 Lambies, minus 6 is greater than or equal to -20, no. Come on, boy, think. -20, -26, I think. With all these godless negative numbers in here, what are we going to do first?
Add both sides with -6. I mean,
Good.
with 6.
Very good. Add 6 to each side. What's left on the left?
-4.
Too
L.
good. Yeah. Minus 4L. Greater than or equal to. Now, I don't know about you, but with these godless negative numbers, if you're not sure, put it in your calculator. You have a negative number and a positive number. So when the signs are different, we subtract. Take the sign of the larger number. So -26 plus 6 is?
20.
Good.
-20.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Now what?
Divide both sides by -4.
Excellent. Very good. Now, when you divide by a negative number, you need to say híjole. What's going to happen here? What's different about this? When you divide, what's the matter with me? When you multiply or divide by a negative number, what happens?
The negative cancels out.
Yeah, the negative cancels out, but remember the sign flips. Okay? So we get L, -4 divided by -4 is a positive L. Now, we divided by a negative number, so this now becomes less than or equal to. Okay? Everybody with me here? You're going to see this on the final exam. And -20 divided by -4 is, what is that, 5? +5. Negative divided by negative is a positive. our number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. Okay, here's 5 right here. Now, are we going to use a parenthesis or a bracket here?
Bracket.
Too good. Opening which way?
To the right. No, yeah, to the left.
To the left. Good. Remember, if you're not sure, plug in a number like 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So a bracket opening to the left. And it goes that way. Now, what's the lowest number this can be?
In negative.
Negative infinity, right? Because
Yeah.
it goes on forever. Negative infinity with a parenthesis because it does not end. What's on the high side?
5.
Good. Parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
Good. Remember, this interval notation here mimics the number line. It looks just like that. Okay. What could be more fun? Everybody had enough of that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me do one more. Just what you wanted to hear, right? And we go back to the top. Oh no, not Miss Garcia again. Troublemaker. Oh, Mr. Burkew. Miss Garcia, you're going to tell Mr. Burkew, that boy's bad. He curses in class. He's always calling on me. All right, get this, Miss Garcia. Are you ready? This ain't no baby's game here. This is a real deal. Okay. -5 Garcias is less than or equal to, come on, boy, think. 15. What are we going to do here, Miss Garcia?
You divide them
By what?
by the -5.
Good. We're going to divide by -5. Now, what do you say? You say equally. We're dividing by a negative number, so what's going to happen?
The sign switches.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, -5 divided by -5 is a +1. G. Now, what about our sign?
It flips.
Good. It flips, right? So now G is going to be greater than or equal to 15 divided by -5. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Was it 3? I think that's right. Our number line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. -5. So -3 is here. Now, what are we going to put here? A parenthesis or a bracket?
A bracket.
Good. Opening which way? Remember, this side's greater than, this side's less than. Or you can say, is 0 greater than -3? Yeah.
It opens to the right.
Good. Very good. So we have a bracket opening to the right. Okay, so interval notation. What's the least this number can be?
-3.
Very good. -3. Parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
Good. What's on the high side?
Infinity.
Too good. Excellent. With a parenthesis because infinity does not end. Okay. What time is it? 10 o'clock. We've been at this for an hour. Do y'all want me to go over quiz 3 with you? Or y'all want to do it yourselves? Don't everybody answer at once. Mm-hmm. Miss Joseph? Daniela says, could what? Okay, I'll go over quiz 3 with you. If you want to go, you can go and just see it on the. And don't forget, if you don't do this quiz, these quizzes, you get zeros. So please do them. You got almost half of the class is not done. Some of these. Number 1. This is quiz number 3. Complementary angle equals how many degrees? 90 degrees. Number 2, supplementary angle. Supplementary angle equals 180 degrees. Number 3, interior angles of a triangle, INTER. Interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. A straight line. Am I going too fast? G. A straight line, or a straight angle, it's actually called, is how many degrees? 180. Number 5. Okay, this is what you're going to see. Oh, bonehead. You're given a triangle. And the angles now look, I'm going to have to make up numbers because when I made a copy of this, it didn't come out. The angles have measures of 2x x, that's an and percent, and 2x plus 10. Now, like I said, this is not the exact problem. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this thing got truncated. Truncated means cut off. Sounds nasty, doesn't it? I got me a bad case of that truncation. Had to go to the free clinic and get a shot. Okay, so we know that this angle plus this angle plus this angle, 2x plus x plus 2x plus 10, all add up to 180 degrees. Now we combine like terms. Okay. 2, 3, 5. So we have 5x plus 10 equals 180. Okay, now we have a real simple algebra problem. Subtract 10 from each side. So 5x equals 170. Divide by 5. X is 34. Actually, I think this example that I have here may be exactly what's on the quiz. So is this the answer? No. Now we plug it in. Anywhere there's an X, we're going to plug in 34. Uh, 2 times 34 is 68 degrees. 34 degrees. And that is 68 and 10 is 78 degrees. And our acid test here is, excuse me, we add them all up. First, you turn the calculator on. 68 plus 34 plus 78. I hope you got one of these calculators. They're really nice. Double check and make sure you put the numbers in there right. 180 degrees. So we are correct. Probably. Number 6. Okay. I'm sorry. Number 6. You have a rectangle. Whose area is 100 square feet. Oh man, cut off some of this too, so this one's not going to be exactly right. The length is 20 feet. What is the width? Okay, and again, I'm sorry, but I have to draw pictures. Area is 100 square feet. The length is 20 feet. The width we don't know. Now remember, the formula for this is area equals length times width. So plug in the numbers that you know, solve for what you don't know. The area is 100 equals the length, which is 20, times the width. And again, this is not the exact problem. You're going to have to work this one out once you see it. Okay, so real simple algebra. Divide by 20. So our width is 5 feet. Plug it back in and see. Length times width. 5 times 20 is 100, so we're correct. Number 7. Oh, you know what? We didn't talk about this one. A rectangle, R-A-C-T-A-N-G-L-E, with a perimeter equals 210 feet. Now, I'm sorry, it's cut off this part of the problem too, so this is not going to be exactly right. The length is come on, boy, think. Well, the length is 20 feet. The width is 50. We don't know. I think is what this says. Okay, now what do we know about perimeter? Perimeter is we add up all the sides. Now this side equals this side equals this side. So if the length is 20 and the perimeter is 210, okay, so what is this side over here? This side is also going to be 20. The width we don't know, and this one is the same. These two are equal. So we have W plus 20 plus 20 equals 210. And again, this is not the exact problem. I'm sorry. The computer cut off this part. So we add up the like terms. W and W are 2 W's plus 40 equals 210. Please tell me if I'm going too fast. Okay, so now we have a real simple algebra problem. We're going to subtract 40 from each side. 2W equals, what is that, 170? Come on, boy, think. I think that's right. Now we divide by 2, so our width is 85, I think, if my arithmetic is right. Let's double check and make sure. 210 minus 40 is 170. That's correct. 170 divided by 2 is 85. We're right. And again, if you're not sure, plug in 85 into each one. Add them up and see if they come up to 210. And again, this is not the exact problem, but it should be pretty close. Find the value of the given variable. This is number 8. Negative 20c is equal to negative 100. And we divide by negative 20. Now, if this were an inequality, we would flip the signs, but it's not. So we have c equals 5. Okay, negative divided by negative is a positive. Number 9, negative 4j minus 5, this is a j here, equals negative 25. Okay, the first thing we do here is we add 5 to each side. Negative 4j equals negative 25 plus 5 is negative 20. Divided by negative 4. J equals, and again, negative divided by negative is a positive. Number 10. Evaluate in lowest terms. Negative 6, open 2x plus 4. This is the distributive property of multiplication. It's very, very important. We're going to distribute the negative 6 over everything inside. A negative times a positive is a negative 12x. And again, a negative times a positive is a negative 24. Can we combine these two things? No, not like terms. Right. Number 11. Find the value of the given variable. So if we have 3G plus 5 equals 2G plus 8. Now remember, on these problems, move the variables first. It really doesn't make any difference, but this will make it easier for you. And move the smallest number of variables. Here we have 3G's, here we have 2G's. Let's move the 2. Three G minus 2G is just 1G, or G plus 5 equals 8. Okay, subtract 5 from each side. And G is 3. If you're not sure, plug it back in wherever there's a G. 9 plus 5 is 13. 6 plus 8 is 14. Oh, this is 14. I'm sorry. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 on this side. 6 and 8 is 14. So we're correct. Number 12. Solve for the given variable. This takes into several different things that we learned earlier. Equals R minus 6. Now look, I don't know about you, but I see a problem like this, my brain goes numb. I can't do this. Just do what you can do. Can we multiply 4 times everything in here? Yes. So we get 4R minus 12, right? Minus R, don't forget that one, equals R minus 6. Combine like terms. 4R minus 1R is 3R minus 12 equals R minus 6. Take you a drink of your Diet Coke. Move the variables first. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and move the 12 over there at the same time, but if I were you, I'd do one step at a time right now till you get really familiar with this. So 2R minus 12 equals negative 6. Is that right? Add 12. Add 12. 2R equals 6. Divide by 3. R is 2. Plug it back in the original equation. Remember, we do parentheses first. So this is 2 minus 3 is negative 6 times 4 is, please think. This is negative 1. So this is negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 on this side. Did I do something wrong here? 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 4. That's right. I think that's right. Number 13. Okay, solve for the unknown variable. The product of a number and 5 is decreased by 3. The result is 27. Now look, I know you're hating on these things, me too. But just take these real slow, a product of a number and 5. So how would we say that? Product means multiply. It's the answer when you multiply. So a product of a number, let's say our number is x and 5. So it's 5x is decreased by 3. Decreased is subtract. And the result means equal 27. So I'm going to add 3 to each side. Divide by 5. So x is 6. Right? Right. Okay, we're almost there. Number 14. Absolute value of negative 11 is 11. Right? Absolute value is always positive. 15. The absolute value of y is 9. So what could y be? Y could equal 9, or y could equal negative 9, because the absolute value of negative 9 is also 9. And get this one if you're so smart. The absolute value of y is negative 17. Now, the absolute value is always positive. So what happens if you get this? It cannot be. The absolute value has to be positive, not negative. So the answer here is DEFINE, undefined. Because it cannot equal a negative number. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to go back over? I have nothing to do but go in there and take my mid-morning nap. Cry myself to sleep. Okay? Anything else? All right. Y'all have a good weekend. You know, we only have 9 more classes after today. You believe that? I believe it.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Igualmente. Gracias.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Y'all be good.
Bye. You have a good day.
Igualmente. Gracias. I don't know what that means, but. Y'all have a good weekend. Mr. Lambie, are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You have any questions?
No, not really. It's just that every time, sometimes in class, sometimes when you're teaching, your video just goes off, and I'm like, whoa, I have to reset. I have to reload the page again to go back and then look.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll email the recording of this to you.